everybody, what's up? I'm back. Oh no. So I figured I'd do another makeup today. Not sure what it's gonna be. I don't know, I don't really have a game plan. I had a game plan, thought of one, then I didn't have what I needed for it. Have to go to the store, don't feel like going to the store, so we're not doing that anymore. I was gonna do a zipper face, cause fun fact, first makeup I ever did, like ever, was one of those Spirit Halloween like zipper faces, and it's so bad. It is so bad. But I was gonna try and recreate it because that was in 2014. It's 2020, but I don't have the supplies to recreate it right now, so I figured we might do like one of those big smile cut things. I did that for an entire season at the haunted house I work at, so I'm good at it. So I figured we'll probably just end up doing that. I usually use cotton and latex, but I really just don't feel like smelling liquid latex right now. So I think I'm going to lay down a little bit of spirit gum, which is just like makeup glue, and then use scar wax and see where that takes us. And then just kind of make it look chunky with coagulated blood. Figured that's what sounds like a good idea. Sounds like it'll work. As far as I know, I always have like really great ideas and I'm like, yeah, I can use scar wax for that, and then the scar wax doesn't work out because I don't know why, but scar wax hates me. And as soon as I put it to my face, it either falls off, it gets too warm and doesn't like to stay on my face. So I'm gonna get the pieces of scar wax ready first, and then I'm going to put down some spirit gum, let it get a little tacky, let it get tacky, and then lay down the wax. In case you guys were wondering, I don't know why you would be, you have no idea who I am, but my house is haunted. It's kind of fun. I have 3 ghosts, I call them ghosties, living in my house with me. There's 2 in my basement, which is where I film all of these videos. There's an old man and a little girl that lives in my basement. They're quite entertaining. I love my ghosts. And then there's one that lives in my room. I don't know how much everyone believes in like sidekicks and like ghosts and all paranormal and all that fun like spiritual stuff. I believe in it like a lot. So I got read by medium. Before I even like told them that my house was haunted or whatever, they were like, whoa, wow. It's like, yeah, there's a demon living in your room. I said, cool, knew that, but cool. And they were like, yeah, apparently it like attached to you when you were like a small child. I said, doesn't surprise me, okay. So yeah, we've just been chilling. I call him Beals after Beelzebub. I don't know how much of a good idea that is, but we vibing, we're friends, we chill. I have a lot of fun stories. Actually, somebody was at my house once and took a selfie, and all 3 of them were in that one selfie. It's a cool picture. It's most people I show it to, they can see everything. But then there's obviously some people that are like, I have no idea what that is. What are you showing me? And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I just started concentrating so hard. Whoa. So I got some little, I don't know, little like noodle shapes. Not very noodly shaped, but you know what I'm talking about. Like the long, yeah. Move that over. I have a giant jar, and it's not giant, but I have a jar of spirit gum that the lid always gets glued down. Apparently I didn't close the lid good enough one time. It's totally my fault, so now there's like, now it like glues down every time. Wondering if I have, sometimes I have to use like pliers to like clamp it. Okay, I got the spirit gum open. So we're just going to take a little dab-a-rooney of the spirit gum. But I'm looking to the side. I am looking in a mirror. Now that I have the spirit gum down and it's tacky, I'm going to lay down the little pieces of scar wax that I rolled out. Oh, apparently I didn't have any spirit gum on there. Let's see, let's work on this. Let's do one side at a time. Okay, so now I have like a basis laid down. I'm gonna dip my hands in just a little bit of Vaseline, and that helps spread out and smooth out the wax without it like getting stuck to your fingers and you pulling it off. Okay, I'm just gonna take the tool and kind of so yeah, I just kind of roughed up the edges because if you're being tortured or whatever, they're not gonna be nice about it, so we're not gonna have a nice clean like medical incision. So you just gotta rough her up. Okay. And then we take our stipple sponge and give it, this is how I give it skin texture. I don't have like texturing tools. I used to. I broke them on accident because I made like, what do you call it? I made like a casting of a mask, like mouthpiece that I wanted to make for a look, and I didn't know how to take like, so I didn't know what to fill it with. I didn't have like silicone or like access to silicone, so I filled it with resin, and I was like, I can just carve the middle of it out and make it like not so heavy to the face. And the resin got stuck to the mold that I made, so I used all my carving tools and like texturing tools to kind of like work it out, and they all broke in that process. I have this one left and I think one more, but the other one's like wooden. I did start buying more again, but they're not the greatest, so I am going to wait until I have the means to get better ones before I like use anything else for texturing. And the sponge works. I just kind of get aggressive with it, do some huge texturing, and then smooth the big chunks of like what doesn't look like skin, smooth it to kind of just look like pores. I mean, it works. So then I take my finger and I dab it, and like I dab but also kind of like move to the side break, so it's kind of like a quick, I don't even know how to explain it, like a quick pet, but not really, because you don't want to move the wax, you just want to like fix the texturing a little bit. I have a habit of using too much wax, and then when I'm smoothing it down I have to like scrape some off. so far, this is what we have. Going to close the spirit gum. We don't want this to dry out. Okay. I'm going to paint the inside of this now. Now I'm going to use like a big brush to lay down, because I laid down like a full layer of black first. And some people do this before they put like the actual makeup down. I like to do it after. It moves the makeup a little bit. But for me, especially when using like waxes, I know that I can accidentally mix the makeup into, this is too big of a brush, that I can accidentally mix the makeup in with the wax, and then the wax is like changing color, and I just don't like, and that's always an issue for me, so I don't paint. I almost never paint before. And like right now for special effects, I am fully self-taught. With it, I think it's another month, maybe 2 soon. My special effects program starts at school, and I'm super ecstatic for it. And then I won't be fully self-taught, and I'm so ready to get some better tricks. Because right now, I feel like I may do everything in like the most difficult way possible. Because that's just what I do to myself. And I don't know how to make like, I so badly just want to start making like full body things. Not just like head, hands, and arms. You know what I mean? Like simple things. I want to be able to do like full like fabrication and everything. And super excited to learn tips that are going to help me do that. Now I'm moving on to a deep kind of purple. So now we have like black and purple all up in it. And then we are going to do a dark red. Some of, like I said, I use a lot of like these like little, they all stack on top of each other. There's black, purple, dark red, like a pink, and then like a skinish, not really yellowish like tone that I got, like it's a stack, and I got it from Spirit Halloween, and I honestly use it a lot, and when I run out I get really sad because I like, yeah, I can really only afford Spirit Halloween, and I kind of love their makeup though. It gets the job done. But out of the expensive brands that I've ever owned, I've owned 2 Skin Illustrator alcohol activated palettes, and I absolutely adore those. Those, unfortunately, I don't have anymore. And I haven't had the funds to rebuy them. Those are expensive palettes, but they're good palettes. I liked those. Didn't have the correct alcohol to activate it properly, so I used like regular store-bought alcohol. Wasn't the best, but it did what it did what it had to do. I also like Ben 9 products are really good. Mehron products are really good. I've liked everything that I've had by them. I get a lot of like my better makeups when I can. I get them off of that online store called FX Warehouse. I'm gonna close the Vaseline. I don't know what's in my way, so I'm getting it out of the way. Then I will use this brush, I think. Yeah. Then I'm gonna use this brush to lay down a light pink. When I put my finger on top of the other piece, I am not pressing down very hard at all. It is basically just to stabilize the piece while I put makeup on it. Because since it's wax, it's kind of hard for me to paint. So I like to put a finger down to stabilize it so I don't like rip it off of my face, because I've done that so many times. Done that a lot. Also, these grease paints from Spirit, they kind of leave down, like, they look kind of wet once they're on the face. And I like that because, like, your insides are wet. And I don't have to get, like, this special liquid to make my stuff, like, makeups look more realistic, because when the grease paint's on my face, it looks wet. Which is probably obviously just the grease in it, but I don't know. I don't really pay attention to what's inside of the makeup, which I definitely need to start doing. I think it was my second season at the haunted house I work at when this is like all I did for makeup. Was on both sides, and well, no, I think it was one side, and then I had a gash right here and a big scar across my forehead and a missing arm. Yeah, I liked that makeup. If you hear that, my house phone's ringing. And I'm not gonna answer it because I hate that house phone. And it's usually almost always a solicitor that I don't even want to talk to. Next, I'm gonna add blood. Let's see. Since I'm down to carve like one tool, and I like to use the carving tool to pick the blood out, I always have to like clean it before I use it, in the same makeup over, like, usually I just clean everything once at the end, but since I have one, I have to like at least wipe it off. So I usually get like big clumps of it. Just trying to get that blood all up in there. This was already on my face, so I'm gonna put it on a stippled sponge and kind of stipple it around. I think, just maybe, no, not yet. Hold on. Okay. We're almost there. also, in case you guys are wondering, just simple, I have a pet snake. She's a little ball python. I absolutely adore her. Oh god. Yeah, she's my absolute like queen. Her name's Louise. She's exactly 4 foot right now. And I adore her so much. She's my little noodle child. Should have stopped messing with it. Yeah, she's a pewter ball python. She's like a different, her colors kind of are like different like greens. Not like vibrant greens, they're like, I don't want to say muted. Maybe I want to say muted. They're like dull, like, beiges and greens, and like they're all on the like beigeier side, and there's like some of her like pattern has black in it. She's absolutely gorgeous. Okay. I think I'm okay. That's it. I'm done. I'm done messing with it. This is all I'm doing. I'm done. Okay. Okay, sorry I have to do that because I will continue and like it will get like worse and I'll get really angry and it's like this huge issue. Anyway, this is it. This is the final thing. A little I don't know, just a little like half of a Chelsea grin.